So this is going to be a cable pullover, and I'm going to show you with a bench because I think the stability is awesome. But if you don't have a gym where logistically you can pull a bench over, I'm going to show you how to do this without a bench at the end, but I still recommend you pay attention to some of the cues. And so if you're setting this up with a bench, I recommend a 60-degree bench and the cable at the top. Now, if you don't know what 60 degrees is or you mess it up a little bit, it's okay. We can fix it in some form videos. What ends up really mattering is that that bench is kind of angled in directly in line with the cable here. As a good place to start, it doesn't need to be perfect. So if it was on 45, the cable might be able to be a little bit lower, right? If we were pointing a little bit more this way, it wouldn't be the end of the world. 60 degrees, cable at the top, that's a good place to start. If we need to tinker, we absolutely can. Now, as far as grips, I like those black rope handles. They're really great for this. I don't have a pair. I'm using these spiral things, essentially the same thing. If you don't have those black ropes with the little knobs on the end, and you don't have anything that resembles that, you only have a straight bar, maybe you have a triangle bar with those little circle handles, that would work okay. But if you're not sure, throw something on, do the exercise the way it's supposed to be done, show me a form video and we'll figure it out. But best case scenario, you have that black rope with the knobs, but if not, find something that looks similar or do your best, pick something, snap some pictures of what you have in the gym, and I'm happy to help you as much as I can. Now, you're going to pop the seat up. I like it up one click, just feels a little bit more stable. You're gonna grab the two handles and you're going to sit down like this. From here, keep the hands a little bit apart. Don't squeeze them together. Don't push them super far apart. Just like this in a nice comfortable position will do great. And then you're gonna go straight arms. Maybe a slight elbow bend is okay. A slight elbow bend is okay. And from here, you're gonna push out in front of you until that cable hits you in the head, or maybe it hits you in the chest, depending on your setup. But wherever that cable hits you, that's where the rep is done. Don't keep pulling. And then go all the way, get a nice deep stretch, and then press away from you. See how my elbows aren't bending throughout the movement? This movement's all happening at the shoulder joint, not at the elbow. Big stretch, push out, and then finish down. Now, if you don't have a bench, you're gonna execute this in the same way, but you're gonna set up a little bit differently. Instead of sitting and facing away, you're gonna be facing towards the cable. You're still gonna put the cable at the top. Same idea with the handles. You're gonna take a step back, hinge at the hip, nice neutral spine, and pull straight down until you either hit your knees or you hit your waist, depending on the length of your arms. Now my torso's not moving throughout the movement. My elbows aren't bending throughout the movement. It is a straight arm pull down, straight arm cable pull over, whatever you want to call it. Now, some of you might actually like doing this in a kneeling position. I've done that over the years. It's not better or worse, but it's something you can experiment with if you'd like to. If you feel more stable like this, you're very welcome to do them like this. If you have the power to pull over a bench and set it up the way I did in the beginning with the bench, I highly recommend trying it. It will reduce the amount of work your core has to do and stability in terms of figuring out where your body is in space. But at the end of the day, you can absolutely do this without the bench, no problem.